Welcome to the post show / the Sonic Boom Commentaries podcast
Puppycast?
/ puppycast. Right. Can I just get this out of the way right now? Donnie, what's your highlight? And if you say the bloody puppies, I'm gonna.
Actually, I'd say the highlight, and this is gonna be interesting because I don't think we've actually had this person as a highlight. I think Amy was the highlight of this episode.
I should hope so. It was an Amy episode, so it should be.
Like Amy was the highlight of this episode for me. Just how adorable she was. And this is the Amy I like seeing in Boom. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is the Amy I like seeing, not the moody Amy, like where she's bossy and just like angry.
This is the Amy that's everybody's friend, Amy.
Yeah, the one we saw earlier in the season.
Excellent. What did you like about that episode, Donnie?
Knuckles' moment of Knuckles' CSI moment where he's just like, that was rough, and he actually puts the sunglasses on beforehand. That was beautiful.
I'm so glad that I don't have to make some kind of edited image of that anymore.
Yeah, someone already did a video where they edited that.
We don't have to do this anymore. You've just provided us with the sunglasses.
Yeah, that's
Thank
all we
you.
need. All we need. For all the community needs for the next 20 years was that, basically.
Yeah.
Anything else that stood out for you, Donnie?
I just love how Eggman was just so that was adorable. How he was just, even when he was on the verge of winning, and even when he could have played dirty and stuff, he still considered friendship over everything else, and he gave it up because of that. And I thought that was nice to see. Like seeing it just. I love how Eggman has such a diverse personality now. He may be a villain, but even he has a cute side, and like a side where he's just, able to sit back and relax and just have a good time with the heroes and stuff. And it's just, I love seeing that. And it's funny, whenever we have those kind of episodes, they tend to be the best ones.
This is like the third time though that we've had like Eggman and Amy together in an episode, and every time they've connected because they've got quite a lot of common ground, which is slightly odd in a way, because you wouldn't necessarily have just like, okay, the characters, which characters in the series have the most in common? You wouldn't necessarily think Eggman and Amy, and yet we've had 3 episodes very specifically based around these guys have lots in common.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's quite a thing. Kat, anything that really stood out for you during that one?
Can I say the puppies?
You can say the puppies.
Yay!
What was about them? Just like this, I think you said about the design and stuff was.
Like, the designs are lovely, and there's just enough details to the game that I can picture it existing in real life.
Yeah,
without so much making you realise there's a bunch of flaws going on here.
Yeah.
Or taking away from the plot allocation.
It was some really good writing from Reed that the snippets of the game that we A, saw and B, heard about from Amy's instructions.
Snippets of the game we heard.
Made it sound like it was like a proper, genuine game.
Yeah. And it really does show the capabilities the writers do have with Boom, just how talented they are at this.
It's also really interesting that it's actually little toys.
Well,
when it sounds a lot in terms of structure like a card game.
It reminds me of
Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I'm very familiar with Yu-Gi-Oh! Having had a collection of cards.
It's a little bit of a sort of a lampoon on that and magic and things like that, isn't it?
And Amiibo.
Feels like that. Yeah, plus the scannable figure stuff that's happening right now.
Yeah, like the your likes of your um,
An amiibo.
what's the one I'm thinking of? Skylanders. That's what I'm trying to think of.
Skylanders.
That sort of
We should think about the big one, but we can't think of it.
whatever it is. Um, I'm gonna say. I mean, the episode itself for me was, like I say, really nicely written. I kept, funny enough, just looking at the various little details. What Kat said actually about the models for all the dogs was, was bang on, because that's a ton of figures that had to be modelled very specifically for that, and they all had to be different. That's very cool. But there's actually a load of stuff like inside the hall or wherever it was that was being held. I'm not sure where that was, but there's loads of stuff done, and then there's loads of details that you hadn't really seen before.
We're going to a convention, and then they show a very realistic convention experience.
Yeah, and it was but just like today, like I say, like stuff like the chandeliers from the ceiling.
Needs more cosplay now.
Really, really well done. I mean, there was like a close-up look of one of them, and you could see like there was just the sort of shards of crystal or whatever was hanging down from the wood, and it was just like somebody spent ages modelling that. So, but I honestly think that the best bit was quite possibly what you could consider to be the payoff to the Lady Walrus running gag.
Yeah.
To actually have Lady Walrus call somebody else out on bad parenting and then go into the my baby joke was perfect.
I love how every time we see this joke, it's always in a different way.
It's again, that's evolving, and that's the best way of keeping that, because that's still fresh, and we've had it in about 15 episodes, 20 episodes maybe,
something like that.
It's been in a lot, but so that was kind of like the crux. I don't know if maybe they'll sort of shy away from it now in future, but certainly it was all really good timing. The Orbot and Cubot like trying to sell themselves. So like the cheesiest for characters that don't have much facial movement.
That was beautiful.
That was really nicely done, with the sort of like the biggest cheesiest grins on these two robots. It's like, you can get us. We're wonderful. And then the sort of
aren't they beautiful?
And then the disappointment afterwards. It was a lovely highlight for those guys. The other item that stood out for me was obviously the four at Medburger, bemoaning the fact that the episode was going on without them.
I love that clever way of breaking the fourth wall there.
It was a really nice bit, but and no other. I don't think any other writer could have done that apart from Reed, simply because Reed has done so many. If that makes sense.
It was also bonus points, seeing as how much we've been making jokes about characters being included in episodes as well. So it's like when we see that, it was.
And the characters that complained the most were in that sequence were Sticks and Tails, who are the characters who've had the least.
Yeah, that was even better.
that was hilarious. Tails going, or it's centered around me, and I was just like, I don't know if you heard it. I was just like,
Tails, sweetie.
Just the irony of it being that character, and Sticks being the instigator of that conversation, just like not liking that stuff is going on, and Sticks is the one that's obviously left out of episodes the most, and Tails will be the one who has the least to do in episodes. Also, Tails, show some interest in your would-be girlfriend's hobbies.
Yeah, Tails. Why?
You're losing points there, mate.
Yeah.
But we got Zoe. We got Zoe talking,
Zoe happened.
Yeah, she didn't really say much until his crush, did she?
and Zoe didn't have a twin called Zoe or Sui or anything like that who suddenly magically appeared. So Zoe's now like an established character, which is great. Fastidious Beaver turned up and wasn't fastidious about anything.
He just wanted to play the game.
Yeah.
He called
And
Amy.
then he had a sad. Because Eggman beat him.
Also, Dave playing on the fact that Dave's like the sort of geeky, nerdy, basement dwelling guy with issues. Naturally, he was the one like behind the club and stuff like that. So it's good. It was good.
Oh man, this was a good episode.
Anything else anyone wants to add? Because
It's always good to see episodes that we saw at Boom and like the Boom event last year, and seeing stuff like this happen where we see the episode now in its entirety with visuals and stuff like that. It's always nice to see. It's a nice touch, and I'm really glad to see episodes like this. So, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see next week's episode, Designated Heroes. So
yeah, good stuff. What's next week's episode, Donnie?
Designated Heroes.
Yeah, sorry.
Aww.
It could be worse. It could be worse. You could have overslept and not showed up for the whole day. So I mean,
You could have not shown up for 5 hours.
I could have not shown up and no one would have cared or noticed. So,
I would have cared and noticed.
You're slightly different, Kat.
I would have
No.
cared and noticed too.
Well, no one would have heard that because no one would have recorded it then. But I guess, let's see. What else can we say? Obviously, thing to note we've already noted, but Reed Harrison episode.
Yep.
He's
back.
How many is this?
Reed Harrison!
How many is this?
I have no idea.
How many is this?
I have no idea.
Where is the man? There's no sign of him. And these producers, is Reed Harrison actually? I mean, there's photos of him, so we know he's real.
There's photos of him?
Yeah, just look at the map.
You mean?
I was wondering if like Reed Harrison was like a pseudonym for somebody on the Boom team for a little while, but no, he exists as a writer. So, and like I say, photos of the man. So, but
Oh yeah,
it's
what
nice
was
to know
the?
that he's okay. We genuinely, there's like no word of him. And
Yeah.
yet he's done so much of the show. It feels a bit. It just feels so weird. Anyway,
I just realized the stuff that got past the radar in this episode.
yes. I didn't notice what you pointed out about the watering the cat thing, which is kind of arguable. The polishing my schnauzer. No. That's not so much. That's not much getting crap past the radar as smuggling an entire manure truck. It's innuendo central.
Yeah, that this show that's totally not has adult jokes in it. That people are saying that it's just too kiddie like. Yeah. Ah.
Just to remind you, everybody, the showrunner of Sonic Boom was involved in Pee-wee's Playhouse. Just a reminder.
And they did stuff with The Simpsons too.
The Simpsons.
Heck of a lot
is
of
The
stuff. Heck of a lot of stuff. But polishing my schnauzer, oh my goodness.
Watering my cat.
I'm gonna go water my cat.
We're gonna go tip a bucket of water over Cat. As well as
It will help with my anxieties. No, it won't.
I thought you were gonna say it will help me grow or something.
Wait, Cat is a plant now? Like,
Cat's a plant. What? She's a spy.
I don't know. Like,
Cat's a spy. Cat's a spy for Reed Harrison.
That doesn't make any sense. I've never seen Reed Harrison.
A likely story. Donnie, get the lamp. Get the lamp, the desk, and the single metal chair, and and we'll ask her questions later. If you know who Cat's a spy for, leave a comment in the video.
TF2.
What?
The spy for TF2.
I haven't seen her wearing a balaclava.
And my French accent is, in fact, absolutely shit. I actually just can't do a French accent.
I have seen her waving around a cigarette case, though, so maybe...
Nah, I probably seized that.
Okay.
Yes, plot twist for fans of stuff that isn't Sonic. I know, it's shocking.
Okay.
I like
Before it's
pinball.
suddenly revealed that I'm the pyro or something, let's wrap that up then, guys. Okay.
Pyro is also very known for making special appearances on South Park.
That's good. Yeah. Guys, if you liked what you heard, please, and then do whatever you like.
Puppies.
Look, someone buy Donnie a puppy, and then. Actually, I would. In all seriousness, how long do you think it will be before the community somebody in the community has made a working, quote unquote, working version of Fuzzy Puppies?
I would love to see someone will Steam greenlight like Fuzzy Puppies.
Steam greenlighted, but I'm talking about somebody actually like making the board game, because this is our community, and they're bloody great at that sort of thing.
I have no idea.
How long? I reckon a month and a half. So come back then, and we'll discuss the board game, and we'll do a let's play of the board game. How about that? Actually, yeah, somebody kickstart Fuzzy Puppies. Go on, Ricky. Stretch goal: find Reed Harrison. Secondary stretch goal: get a replacement for our episode delivery narwhal. We'll be back though next week, or at some point in time after you.
After I wake up.
And we'll be discussing things. But for now, from Donnie.
Puppies. Bye.
from Cat.
Bye.
Splish. And from the third one that you can never remember.
Kevin.
Who?
Kevin.
Don't know who that is. We'll be back next
Kevin.
week. Thank you very much indeed. And until then, keep trucking. And if you can't keep trucking, keep playing Fuzzy Puppies.
Become US1.
No one should ever become US1.
Why not? He seems cool.
Puppies.